And it's time for another matchup in the second round of the AF Lager Championship. Let's have a look at the table. So, we've got the table. This is the full table now, all the way from the second round. You can have a little look at it if you want to. I'm not going to go through it. But in that first matchup, a bit of an upset there, a bit of a surprise. The Tsingtao just got beaten by the Stella Artois. The Stella Artois, I just thought, had a little bit more flavour. I preferred the flavour. The Tsingtao tasted a little bit strange, although it was very impressive, and I will be getting it again. But what can I say? There you go, Stella through to the quarterfinals. But what will it be taking on? Well, it's going to be one of these two beers. So, on my left, I've got a can of the Lucky Saint Unfiltered Lager. 0.5% ABV. Is there anything else, information about it? We've been through the sugar and all that. I think it's incredibly low in sugar. Yeah, pretty much. And that's going to be up against the Birra Moretti Zero. So that is 0.0%, I think. No, is it? Well, no more than 0.05% anyway. And what can I say? Birra Moretti Zero. Yeah, there's not really much information about it and everything. Although 2.3 grams of sugars per 100 ml. And that's quite a sugary beer, really, compared to the Lucky Saint. It's going to be interesting having a go at these because it's not like I'm not going to know which is which, although I will do them blind. So it'll be interesting to see whether I prefer a traditional pale lager or a slightly craftier unfiltered hazy lager. So there you go. That's all there is to say. So let's get them poured out into glasses and let's get the taste test underway. Okay, beer's poured. And what can I say? Well, first of all, let's tell you which one is which. So this is which one is which. Okay, that was which one was which. Now, let's have a little look at these two. So, the one on the right is hazy and very pale colour, essentially. Very pale yellow colour. This one's is quite pale yellow with a little bit of amber in, but it is crystal clear. I wonder which one is which out of these. Is there much else I can say about them, really? This one is retaining its head better than this one. It's got a nice looking head, this one. Let's swirl it around, look at the retention. There you go, yeah, nice head retention there. It's just sliding down the glass there. So looking quite nice. Let's do the same with this one. Ooh, let's chuck it all over while we're at it. Let's get it going, there you go. That one sliding down a little bit quicker. Head not quite as thick. Anyway, let's start getting a smell on these. So I'm expecting these to have vastly different smells, but we'll have a see. So we're going to go on this one first. So let's have a smell of the hazy one. So it smells a little bit lemony, quite grassy, floral, fragrance. Smells quite nice. Smells a little bit different than you would expect. If this wasn't hazy though, I could imagine this being just a normal sort of clear lager. Got a bit of malt in the smell there. Getting some orange marmalade and brown bread in there. Yeah, interesting. Interesting smell on that one. Let's have a see what kind of smell we're getting on this one now. So that one's got a sweeter nose. Getting more lemons there. Something a little bit medicinal there in the smell as well. Don't know what it is, but it's odd. Now, I think it was in the last one, I think, I was quite rude about the San Miguel in the last matchup. I had a bottle of the San Miguel Zero, one that was left over, and it was alright actually, it wasn't bad. This beat the San Miguel Zero, if you remember. I thought the San Miguel Zero was quite nice when I had it yesterday, a couple of days ago. So interesting, but I said this did beat it. Get a little bit of mint in there. I don't know if I know I got mint in one of them last time. I know this was the one where I got mint in it. Almost like toothpaste in the smell, which is odd. Very strange. Anyway, let's start tasting them because the smell's neither here nor there. It's all about the taste. Let's have a bit of a swill and let's try this one. Cheers. So it's got quite a dry mouthfeel. It really is drying out the mouth there. In the flavour, I'm getting some malt. Again, that kind of twiglety taste. Not a lot else, really. There's a nice bit of bitterness to it. Not a huge amount of flavour, I won't lie. And if you go diving deep into it, you do get a kind of rye bread, but almost like a twiggly taste with a little bit of cardboard. Not amazing. It's all right. Not much of an aftertaste. It's a little bit hitting me now. A little bit of a slight bready aftertaste. By no means great. Let's try this one. Cheers. So that one, it's quite lemony in the flavour. There is a fair bit of bitterness there. The flavour just kind of like disappears almost straight away. It's crisp and refreshing. It's tasty. Quite watery and a bit of mint in the taste. It's an odd one, this. They're not bad, these two, but they're not great. Let's try this one again. There's something not quite nice about this taste. You know what? I might end up going for what I prefer the taste of, what is more pleasant to drink. And although this one's drier, a bit more bitter. Crafty, they're trying to be clever with it. I'm not sure if I like the flavour. Really, it is very crisp and dry and refreshing. But the flavour does leave a lot to be desired. This one, it's got quite a pleasant flavour to it, really. It's like a slightly cleaner version of Klausthaler. I'm not sure if that mint is there on purpose, but that might be to make it a little bit more refreshing. Definitely does have a little bit of mintiness in the taste. Certainly lemon and citrus in there, although it does taste watery. That's an odd one, this. I'm not sure if I've decided yet. It's they're both alright. They've both got flaws. I've had much better than either of these, than both of these in the championship, I think, but we'll see. I have realised through this championship how different these lagers are. I thought they would all be borderline a similar kind of thing, but there's very different tastes in a lot of them. Some of them taste very similar, but some of them taste very different as well. I do like the crisp dryness of this. But I'm not really enjoying that twiglety taste. This one tastes thin and weak. But that sweetness, because it comes from kind of like a lemony sweetness rather than a syrupy sweetness, is actually quite pleasant. It almost tastes like a Radler. It does really. It's almost bordering on a Radler, this. Which is that a good thing? I don't know. This one is a lot more bitter and a lot more dry. So if you like them dry, you like them bitter, this one is for you. But not loving the flavour. And as it's supposed to be like a lager taste test championship, and this hasn't got a lot of traditional lagery tastes to it, I think it might have had its day. Whereas this tastes like a watered down Klausthaler, really, which I think I'd rather have. And that, I mean, you know, even though it's absolutely brimming with sugar, that sweetness I think is quite pleasant. It is almost like kind of like a Radler style sweetness. So yeah, I think I'm decided. I think this is the one that's going to go through, and that one is out, unfortunately. Got to guess that this one's the Birra Moretti, and guess that this one is the Lucky Saint. But I'm going to be back in a minute when I will reveal all. So here we go. Yes, well, right. So this was the Birra Moretti, and this was the Lucky Saint. And do you know what? I've never been that much of a fan of the Lucky Saint. Really, it's all right. I like what they're trying to do. But, you know, it's different. It's unfiltered. I don't know, it might be brewed particularly well, but the taste itself, I'm not a big fan of. It's cardboardy, it's twigglety, it's got a nice dryness, nice bitterness, but it's not what I'm looking for. The Birra Moretti, I'm more impressed with it this time than I was when it was up against the San Miguel. Yeah, it is quite sweet, but it is very pleasant to drink. And if you like a sweet, light lager, you know, almost like if you'd want to do a lager and lime, I think you'd like that. Certainly in the garden. Oh yeah, really cold, really hot day in the garden, middle of summer. I think this would go down a treat. Better than this one. But again, it is all about what you fancy. It's all about what your tastes are. At the moment, my tastes are steering more towards this one. And that's all there is to it. Goodbye, Lucky Saint. It's a good try. I got 2 more cans of that, though. I will enjoy them. And this one. I can't drink any more of this yet because it's going through to the next round. Birra Moretti is going to be up against the Stella in the quarterfinals. Interesting. Didn't expect this. Done. There you go. Sorted. Birra Moretti through to the quarterfinals. Until next time, have a good one.